Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of the Fire Type Week event. I'm personally super excited about this event overall. It's just my team on Taupe Hollow is not particularly strong. I'm feeling the recovery from my record at Snowdrop Tundra still. And in this video, I still just have a big main session. I don't have a good enough Drowsy yet to where it's worth it for the nap sessions for me personally. I am looking for Vulpix, and it does require a bit higher Drowsy to even be found. And at this point in time, I'm holding all my incense that are of the fire type for the Entei research. If you use the incense during that 2-week period, you get extra Raichu mains, and I'm interested in that. So I'm just using my other incense this week, and I have a few that I can just waste for the most part. So I have 4 Raticate, 2 Riolu, and then I'll probably end up using a Luck Incense on that final day. And that should help me use those 7 incense for the weekly mission. So yeah, getting close to Master 1 here. And overall, I'm pretty happy with this berry finding Quilava that I found earlier last week. And we should jump into the first sleep report here, which is the only sleep report, mind you. I don't have a nap session yet. Maybe tomorrow, that could be nice. Let me just increase the screen brightness for myself so that I can see. This is not like inaccurate. I had 10 hours at least, just I kept on sleeping. My goodness. Dozing. That is unfortunate, but thankfully, Fire Week coming through, helping us with the encounters. This should be perfectly neutral in terms of what Pokemon we get. So hopefully at least 1 Vulpix and 1 Cyndaquil. Then I'll be happy. Yes, the Vulpix, let's go. And I see a Larvitar there. Haunter. Ghastly, I'll take the candy. I do have a decent Gengar. That's the Raticate from the Incense, the Rattata. Whoa, Ninetales. And the Gulpin. Nice. I saw Brovinnie get this sleep style yesterday. So I think this means I should be ready to do nap sessions tomorrow. I think typically Master 1 is a good aim before you start doing nap sessions. But some of you guys who really study that DPR calculator probably know better than me. But that's usually my guiding stone or guiding light or star or whatever. It's it's a decent rule, I guess. So got a decent number of encounters today, and we can see that the dream shards are starting to pick up as well. That is nice. I'm very curious to see if that Ninetales is gonna be hungry. I'm gonna feed it the premium biscuit if so. Haunter, not interested. Gulpin, sure. Houndour, not Ninetales. Big oof. So I am for sure gonna secure the Vulpix. And because I want a skill-focused Ninetales, I will not catch it unless it shows up hungry. Then I'm just super curious to see if I can score like 2 Vulpix or something, or 2 Ninetales. But I'm gonna see if I can not get tempted by it and play the game properly. So, got the Gulpin here. On the Gulpin hunt, I would like a Swalot. That could be pretty good. And I apologize now for the lag. I forgot to bring out the widget. So it is going to lag in terms of video, but you're going to hear my sound or my voice clearly. And you got it, computer. You can go. You can do it. There we go. I am reaching the max limit of the computer right here. Alright, I think it should probably be done lagging now, so apologize for that, everyone. I was too excited to start this video recording, and so by the time the Swalot shows up here, it should be over. Alright, nice. So, got a hungry Houndour. Ooh, I'm tempted to just secure a bunch of these and have a lot of Pokemon to review today. I'm getting very close to the bear finding potential there. don't know if I want the Eradicate. I definitely do not want the Haunter. So I'm thinking to just see if I can either get the Houndour here or the Gulpin or both. We'll just see if any of these are still hungry. Yes, all right. Level 10 Houndour. That should mean either this one or the next one is going to have that guaranteed gold skill. I think it may be next one. But this one though, hello Gulpin. I did find a decent Gulpin the other day. And not that I recommend anyone really hunting the Swalot, but overall, Swalot, I would say, is the best Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon presently, with the exception of Lucario, obviously at Lapis Lakeside. I do know that some of you are also running Persian, but I'm not a big fan of Persian. It's a little bit lacking. It has a low skill rate, but it is decently fast, so if you can find a... And fast, like, context. Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon are incredibly slow overall. And so when you have this low ingredient drop rate, if you can find the berry finding and some solid skill trigger up, so that you want the skill trigger Nature, you want the skill trigger M and skill trigger S, then I think potentially Persian could do a little bit of work. The thing that sucks though is it is... First of all, the fixed version of it, and apparently based on Brovinnie's current research, that is going to give you lower Dream Shards overall. But in addition, it's going to require so many main skill seeds to where those are probably better spent elsewhere. And that's the current issue with the Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon. They require more resources than they give you back. And it's just a bad time. So the other thing with Persian is you can get a triple milk Persian, and that can be pretty strong. So in the gameplay here, in terms of candy, we should definitely go for the Vulpix candy. I'm seeing that everyone is sending Vulpix and Cynical this week, which is awesome. We are gonna peek a look at the research community too. We have started a new game with the research community. I am guessing the dish type and whatever's going on with the team, because I can't really see the details, but I can read into it based on my knowledge. Ooh, Lonely. That is a good nature for the berry specialist. I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping it is not down main skill chance. I know for sure that Lonely is speed up. I think it is energy recovery down. So it is one of the best natures potentially for the berry specialists here. I would prefer main skill chance up personally. But if it is berry finding and I found it on the third encounter, I'll take it. Not berry finding in the first slot. It is corn at level 30 though, that's pretty nice. Okay, no gold skills. Inventory, skill trigger M, that is huge. It's not berry finding though, so this is not going to be it. Ingredient finder. Yeah, so that Lonely nature is pretty good. Overall, it's a decent Vulpix. I am not a fan of these ingredient finders in the middle here. And the skill trigger S coming in at level 100 and no speed, except that nature. I think overall it's the best Vulpix I got so far, but I am looking for the berry finding. I have a very high bar for the Ninetales. I'm just super excited about it and probably will end up dumping a bunch of seeds into it. So I need it to be really, really good. The rash nature here is awful. It is exactly the opposite of what we want. It is ingredient finding up, and that is just not going to be it, unfortunately. All right, so it is actually after 8 encounters. That is very strange, because you start at level 1 and then you get into level 2. And then when it's 9 and you go into the 9, 8, something like that. I can't count for it. Yeah, so we got the main skill chance down, even though it's skill level up M. I hate those like tensions in the sub skills and natures. It's not good. So yeah, this one's going right in the bin. It's got nothing of the sort that I want. It's got ingredient finder M2 at level 50, ingredient finding up nature. This is thinking it's some sort of like, I don't know, Tyranitar maybe? Unfortunate. Then we have the Gulpin. Maybe we have some hype Gulpin today. That could be interesting. Level 20, Naive Nature. I don't remember if Naive is good or bad. Double Beans. Ah, the Dream Shard bonus, here to haunt us. We are looking for the Dream Shards with this one, but not the Dream Shard bonus. Inventory, helping speed, sleepy XP. Oof, the main skill chance down. That's awful. That one's going in the bin too. So 3 Pokemon to review, and none of them really were good at all. They were really bad, in fact. So, gonna pop into the research community here because you guys found that to be quite entertaining yesterday. So let's just go through some of the newer ones here. So we got Colin, still running the same team as yesterday, I assume. We got the Syndical Candy, thank you very much for that. Got the Victory Bell. I'm super curious though about this Beware. Do you have a really good Corn Beware? I have yet to have been able to find one of those. Not gonna watch all of these today. I'm gonna pick 3, I think. Let's do J. Ooh, the Quilava Candy, the 3-star sleep style. And the sleep score is off. It's hidden. Running the slacking. I do remember Jay talked a lot about the slacking. I'm personally not too big a fan of the slacking, but I know that some people are running it successfully as an ingredient Pokemon. Or ingredient magnet, rather, not ingredient Pokemon. You don't want that. You want these skill specialists and the berry specialists traits on that one. Decent team for the Taupe Hollow. I guess you two want to go back in time and make that Tyranitar a Pupitar, but can't be undone, unfortunately. And then I guess we can have a look at the research here from Sarah. Got Sudowoodo, Vaporeon. That Vaporeon I know for sure is a really strong one. And got the Syndical Candy as well. And a couple fire types here being prepared for the Raichu research. So if we just scroll quickly through here, we see a whole lot of fire type candy. Vulpix, Vulpix, Vulpix. That is a lot of Quilava and Vulpix. Hey, even an Onix. I don't think this person is in my comments and everything. Got double shiny, the shiny Lucario and the shiny Flareon. That's pretty cool. And it seems like this individual too is struggling a little bit with the Taupe Hollow team. Got the Feraligatr and the Dragonite on here, and the Lucario. But maybe they're not playing optimized, who knows. But yeah, a lot of Vulpix candy. That makes me happy. Well, we'll check Liam too. Can't skip Liam. So double Marowak. I'm super curious about what these stats are on the Marowak. I think I asked that yesterday, but I forgot to really push it in the Discord. So are these both berry finding? I think potentially we could have a look at my Marowak too, because I'm a little bit curious if I should even use it. It's currently around level 27, something like that. And the shiny Sylveon and the shiny Charizard. I think overall shiny Charizard is my favorite shiny of all. And particularly in Generation 2, it has like a very cool purple-like color. Alright, so let's have a look at my Marowak. I am curious to see if I can actually use it. If you guys have any thoughts on it, then please let me know. This was way before I realized how strong berry finding was. And it is one of the first Pokemon I ever really got. So you can see August 12th. I think I used this at Taupe Hollow in the first period of playing. So you can see that it's got the ingredient finding down, the energy recovery up, and that kind of plays well with the Charge Energy S. You can see that this was caught as a Marowak because it has the main skill level 1. And so the energy recovery bonus, the Charge Energy S, and the energy recovery nature plays well together. And you can see it has the helping speed M. So overall, not a bad Pokemon at all. It's just, it does not have the berry finding, and so I've been holding off and just saving my candies. You can see here. Oops, let's turn that off. Like starting at level 27, I can get pretty far up here. And then if we include an evolution, something like this, yeah, I can get way into the 40s. This is also the reason why I find that 40 plus is where you can consider it being high level, because for the most part, if you've been playing since the start and you've gotten a good amount of candies, then for most species you'll have around 300 to 500 candies probably by now. That's at least kind of where I'm at. So I think the last thing we're going to do here is to power up this Raichu. I am looking to use that candy boost this week and really power up this Raichu. At this point in time, I have used 150 candies on the Raichu, and I calculated that I should need around 225 candies from the candy boost until I can just naturally power it up to level 50. So we can do that example here too. And the reason why level 50 is really important for me with this Raichu is because it has berry finding at level 50. So yeah, you can see I'm getting really close, and I'm actually a little bit short on the dream shards. Once I am getting like really close, I will be getting some of those bundles for the dream cluster M, and then I'll pop those and make that Raichu level 50. And then the next Pokemon I'm probably gonna aim for level 50 with. That's a good question actually. Maybe, hopefully, the Ninetales. I'm super excited about Ninetales. It is a fairly mid Pokemon overall in terms of the main skill seeds. It is a very strong berry specialist. Obviously, it's not too far behind the Typhlosion. And given that you get supplemental healing, then they probably are somewhat equivalent. One thing that will be interesting to see, though, is those final numbers on the ingredient rate and the skill rate, because the ingredient rate can very drastically change how well it is doing as a berry specialist. So, for example, you can see the Typhlosion here is at 20.5. If, for example, the Ninetales is at 15 or something, then that's going to be another good chunk. That also stacks well with the helping speed and everything. And so I think the Typhlosion and Ninetales are close. And if the Ninetales in addition will have a skill rate of around 3 to 4%, that would be huge. I doubt that there may be some lag here. I'm loading a site or a page here. I'm just super curious to pop into the Ninetales now that I have it up on screen. And we can have a look at the numbers. Wait, they're out? Really? That was fast. Alright, I guess it's time to plot them into the chart. I'll do that live here for you. That is so curious. Let's see. Got the Ninetales. It says on RaenonX currently that it is a 2.5% skill trigger rate on the Ninetales. And it says that it has got a 16.4% ingredient rate. That is huge. That means we can go into the comparison here and compare the Ninetales with the Typhlosion. I think overall I would have liked the skill trigger rate to be higher. Personally, it is going to be quite boosted during the anti-research, and I think to an extent that's probably what they're interested in doing. I wonder if future legendary events of a certain typing can make certain Pokemon more relevant again. To an extent, I'm not very interested in investing in Pokemon that I can only use temporarily. But I think overall, if I do get a high skill-focused berry finding Ninetales, that the speed in combination with all the berries can be a good supplemental healer for me. I have a bit of a problem with my Sylveon as of now. Even though it is pretty strong, you can see it is one of my highest level, most used Pokemon with very pristine skills. I am falling a little bit behind on the healing at times, and so hopefully by level 75 that won't be a problem at all. and especially if the main skill level will be increased to level 7 or 8. Because of the sleeping time shared here, and just the overall investment that's gone into this Sylveon, I probably won't go for the Gardevoir. Maybe like ultra long term, but overall the investment is so expensive that once I've really gone for this Sylveon, I don't think I'll be looking back. And maybe when the energy for everyone is like level 10 and you can use it like one time a day and like just boost it, and the cap of the energy is like 200, something like that. Could be interesting. But yeah, really would have wanted this past 3%, because then once you start stacking the skill trigger M, the skill trigger S, the main skill chance up nature, then you're really talking. So I don't know if those calculations of mine are accurate in terms of if I just type things into the calculator, but I think it is possible to get this up to like 4, maybe 5%. 5% is probably stretching it, so I would say probably around 4% when you add in all those sub skills. And at that point, it's like 1 in 25. And this is pretty fast. So at that point, I'm almost wondering if you would rather have like helping speed M, skill trigger M, and then berry finding in the skill chance up nature, instead of the skill trigger S. Not quite sure how those calculations go. But overall, this was quite an interesting update. I am excited now to look for the Vulpix, and it may be the case that I'll just settle more so on the Typhlosion. I'll just have to think a little bit about the skill trigger rate here. It's like very on the lowest hope that I had. I was really thinking 3 and above would be nice, 3.5, maybe 4, but that was too much to ask. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and you can consider becoming a YouTube member if you want to join the community over on Discord, which is a close community. It is a great place to be if you want a smaller, tighter community that are very interested in Pokemon Sleep for one, but also the other Pokemon games that are connected to the internet. So with that, I'll see you guys tomorrow in another video, and thank you very much for watching.